What's good, everyone? It's the one and only NY Phenom. If you guys enjoy NFL, NBA content, want to see some more gaming content soon, give this video a like, and if you're new, go and subscribe to the channel while you got it. Now, let's get into this video. Well, there we go. Saints and Texans, man. What a great game. What a great game, man. Probably game of the week. Back and forth, man. That's how I describe the game, man. Back and forth. We got a mixture of everything. Most of the first half was about the defense, especially the first quarter. Like the first quarter, there was defense. The score was 0-0. And you know, look, man, shout out, before we talk about the Saints and how they won the game, shout out to that man Deshaun Watson, that Houston Texans offense. Deshaun Watson, Hopkins, Will Fuller came out and he made a few plays. You guys already know about that one he made on Eli Apple, man. He showed out. And there were some questions I had about him coming out that ACL injury, especially as a deep threat, but he came out and made a few good plays. Kenny Stills, we know what he did in the fourth quarter. Shout out to the Houston Texans running backs. That's probably the most underrated part of this game. Duke Johnson, Carlos Hyde, man. Carlos Hyde. I mean, the way how Carlos Hyde was running that ball, you would think it was 2015, B. I mean, for real. I haven't seen him run that ball that hard since the San Francisco 49ers, since Colin Kaepernick was still in the league. I mean, for real. You know, shout out to him. And you got to remember, the Saints defense was ranked the second best last year. The Houston Texans had like 200 rushing yards combined with Duke Johnson, with Carlos Hyde, and with Deshaun Watson, man. Shout out to the Houston Texans offense. The Houston Texans defense, it was, right? I mean, they played really well in the first half. Really did. Whitney Mercilus, you know, the linebackers played well. The secondary, in my opinion, played pretty well. I like what I saw from Bradley Roby, you know, but you didn't hear G.O.A.T that much, and you know, I think that was more to do with the Saints offensive line just being just playing really good, especially that man Ryan Ramczyk, man. Ryan Ramczyk was the one that was blocking G.O.A.T for most of the game at that right tackle position, and he was really taking them mostly one-on-one. There was a few double teams, but especially on the pass blocking, it was literally Ryan Ramczyk on G.O.A.T. And Ryan Ramczyk, he was keeping G.O.A.T away from Brees. And that helped the Saints win the game. On to the Saints side, man. Drew Brees. What you expect? It's Drew Brees, man. It's Drew Brees, man. You know, the first half, though, was looking shaky. It was looking shaky, right? He would still have some nice throws, but that turnover he threw, that underthrow, that duck that he threw to Latavius Murray got picked off by Whitney Mercilus. Whitney Mercilus still got it, man. He still got it. The Houston Texans linebackers, like I said, is still really good. You still got Mercilus. You still got McKinney. You still got Zach Cunningham. So you still got good linebacking core, but you could tell that they missed Clowney. They really did. If they had Clowney in this game to disrupt pressure on the other side, it would have probably opened it up for G.O.A.T and these other linebackers to make more plays. But back to the Saints, Drew Brees, in that second half, third, fourth quarter, he turned it up. He turned it up, throwing daggers, throwing lasers. I don't think he lost a step, man. I really don't think he lost a step. That first quarter, that first half overall, it was looking like the end of the year, Drew Brees. But I don't know what he did. I don't know what he pumped in his blood. I don't know what he put in his veins. But he came out that second half rolling. I mean, he was throwing lasers to Mike Thomas, to Kamara. Kamara's a beast. Okay, can we cut it out? Kamara's a beast. He does it all. Catch it out the backfield. And he had like 10 catches. Running on toss plays, running in between the middle. I mean, he was doing it all. Latavius Murray, he even had a 30-yard run. It's exciting, man. It really is. And it's something different. I know it's going to take a lot for Saints fans, get over Mark Ingram. I mean, Mark Ingram, he's doing his thing in Baltimore. That's one of the reasons I lost my fantasy matchup. And by the way, I'm so mad about my fantasy matchup. My opponent had Mark Ingram, Le'Veon Bell, Mike Thomas, Carson Wentz. I was screwed. And it didn't help that the Broncos made Derek Carr look like Peyton Manning 2.0. But anyway, overall, just a great game, man. Will Lutz, he solidified himself as one of the best kickers in the game. To come down and make that kick with the pressure. It's not one of those kicks where if you miss it, you go to overtime. No, it was either win or lose. And this is a huge momentum game, man, because if they would have lost this game, that would have been 6 straight years of the Saints starting 0-1. And this is my thing, man. I had the Saints finishing 12-4. That was when I did my predictions. But if the Saints would have lost this game, it could have been a big possibility that that their momentum would have been bad, because it would have been like another year of the same thing. They wouldn't be as confident. They'll be thinking about last year even more. So to win this game was pivotal. Shout out to Brees, shout out to Mike Thomas. Didn't see that much Cook, but part of the reason why is the Texans linebackers, they were looking for Jared Cook. They were expecting Jared Cook, which kind of opened the offense to more players like a Traquan Smith, like a Kamara, like a Thomas, like a Latavius Murray. So he's still making an impact. I believe he had like a 31-yard reception. So, I mean, this offense is dangerous. The defense looks shaky, but I was surprised. I wasn't as much surprised about the pass defense, right? They still made some plays on pass defense. I believe Marcus Williams made a play. But this run defense didn't look the same. I think a lot of that dealt with the defensive line, losing someone like Anyamata, who's a run-stuffing defensive tackle. You could tell that loss, but I think he comes back next week against the Rams. So he's going to come in and make a huge impact and have that rush defense back where it's supposed to be. Cam Jordan's a beast, right? Hendrickson was getting after the passing. Davis was making some plays. I mean, overall, they did what they had to do. P.J. Williams, he gave out the big play at the end, which looked like it was going to be game over. I mean, when Deshaun Watson came down and threw the ball to Hopkins for like a 40-yard gain. Like, by the way, I don't get why Lattimore keeps on trying to press players. That's not his game. He's not a press corner. That's when he gets outplayed. But Hopkins, he had that amazing catch, 40-yard catch, and then Watson just threw a straight laser to Kenny Stills up the seam on P.J. Williams. And by the way, people who watch the Saints, who watch P.J. Williams, know that P.J. Williams is good underneath. He's good at the immediate short game, covering that, making tackles. That's his game. Not covering down the field 40 yards up the seam. That's just not his game. That's more to do with the defensive coordinator than the player overall. I felt Dennis Allen, I felt he blitzed too much, man. It felt like I was watching the 2009 Saints all over, where it was blitz, drop back, then blitz. I don't know how to feel about that. Hopefully they can straighten that up, but I mean, the personnel, it still looks pretty good. Just need to be more of a unpredictable defense, not where you just blitz. I felt they blitzed too much. I know the Texans offensive line, isn't the best. They picked up Larry Tunsil. By the way, Larry Tunsil didn't have his best game, but of course, him playing for the new team, for the Houston Texans, just getting traded before the season, probably played a big part of that. But overall, great game of the week. Shout out to Big Nut Lutz, according to Saints fans. That's his new name. Shout out to him. Deserves a game ball. Great week 1. I would talk about the Broncos and Raiders, make a video about that, but honestly, I'm surprised. I picked the Broncos to win that game. The Raiders look good. The Broncos defense, right? I was expecting more. Honestly, I was, but I felt that they just didn't. They underrated the Raiders. Losing the top receiver like Antonio Brown, they thought that they were gonna have it easy. Tyrell Williams came in, ate him up. Derek Carr got busy. Josh Jacobs, I told people about Josh Jacobs. Josh Jacobs is a beast, and that's that. But overall, 2 great Monday night games. Love week 1 overall. It was great. Hopefully week 2 will be just as good. I'll probably drop my week 2 preview tomorrow. Do my week 2 preview. Might recap week 1 also. But I'll definitely do my preview for week 2. Probably drop that. I'll probably have it recorded by tomorrow, but I'll probably drop it Thursday. I want to make more videos, man. I do, but I'm in school, man. So I'm in school, so it's a tough balance, but I always gotta bring you guys some content. And Knicks fans, yo, I know that a large part of my subscribers are Knicks fans. Don't worry, Knicks content is gonna come soon. I'm gonna sprinkle it in with some NFL content, but don't worry, Knicks fans, some Knicks content is coming soon. But overall, week 1 was great. Week 2, I'm expecting it to be just as good. There's some great games. Week 2, so that's that. If you guys enjoy NFL, NBA content, want to see some more gaming content soon, give this video a like, and if you're new, go and subscribe to the channel while you got it. I'm the phenomenal one, and I'm out. Deuces.